Right now, it's bringing the man who'll tell us that we can go see. Lots to see and do. Good morning, Pat.
Yes, and good morning, Marshall. And you can.
You know,
There will be no problems over the weekend. It will not be hot. It will not be humid, and you don't have to worry about rain.
yesterday there was a possibility of thunderstorms.
Right.
We didn't have any of the major ones up here or anything like that. Everything went on in Canaan, and in Kent in advance they canceled. They canceled it well in advance, and the thunderstorm never materialized.
That's the problem.
That's
You know.
that's why you don't you wait to cancel. Wait to cancel. I mean, you can cancel an hour ahead of time if you have to. And
Right.
with today's society, by put it out on social media, put it on radio, you don't have to cancel 8 hours ahead of time.
I also think it depends on who these people that are canceling are listening to.
Yeah.
You know, because there are some people out there, forecast wise, that are, always pressing panic buttons. And, and again, I've said this before, in the summertime, no matter when there is a chance of a thunderstorm, there's always a chance of the thunderstorm being, heavy or severe.
Yeah.
There's always that chance.
Yep.
So, today, I don't think the chances are great at all for anything severe, but hazy with a scattered late shower or thunderstorm. I think the better chance is tonight with the front. Highs today 80 to 85, and then showers and a thunderstorm followed by clearing late tonight in the low 60s. Partly sunny, less humid, middle 80s Saturday. You'll be in the 50s Saturday night. Sun and clouds, mid to upper 80s Sunday. Partly sunny, more humid, low 90s Monday. Another heat wave scheduled for next week.
Heat wave. Martha and the Vandellas.
That's right. I was there. Yes, and then there was also a group called Heat Wave.
That's right. But my favorite song to play during heat waves is Buster Poindexter. Hot, hot, hot.
Hot, hot, hot.
I love that song.
Yeah, yeah. I had told the DJ to play that song at our dinner dance back in June to get everybody up and do a conga line.
And he didn't know even what it was, did he?
He didn't play that. He played the one by, what's her name? Estefan.
That's not the same.
It's not. It's not.
Buster Poindexter is the one you got to play.
Yeah, that's what I told him, but he didn't listen to me.
Now, I'll change that a little bit. When I was on vacation many years ago, and I was in a climate, Bermuda, they had bands that played hot, 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 that were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because but Buster Poindexter, his hot, 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 is just a great song.
I totally agree with you. I don't see how anybody could sit down if you're at a reception or something like that. I don't see how anybody could sit down during that song.
Well, there's that song and Shout. Those two songs are songs that if you're at an event and they come on, it turns people into dancing animals.
Well, and there's a third one that always does it, and it's by a 50s artist called Dion, Run Around Sue.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Always does it. Yep.
But another one that also does it, I'll take it back, Old Time Rock and Roll by Bob Seger.
Oh, yeah. People love that one.
People love that one. But there's something about those songs that it turns the most timid people into people that will dance.
Dance animals, right, exactly. Yeah, dance animals. So, yeah, so that's it. The flooding went from Missouri to Kentucky, and people scratch their heads and say, well, they're getting 9-10 inches of rain. We can't even get an inch of rain. But that is the way the cookie crumbles.
Well, here's how bad it is now. Even though we've had thunderstorms and everything, there's a stream that goes behind my house. Okay? It comes down from the very top of the mountain, and it goes down. For the first time in, I'll say, 5 years, it's dry. Side to side, dry. Nothing. Yeah,
I heard, I didn't see, I'll find out tomorrow. I heard our lake level is very low. And parts of eastern Connecticut now are in a drought. I think it's like a level 2 kind of drought. So we do need the rain.
All I know is that I was amazed. I mean, there's times when it's full rain season, that stream is only about 3.5, maybe 4 or 5 feet wide, and about 2.5, 3 feet deep. But there's times when we have heavy rains and it's a rainy season,
Overflows.
it's like 12 feet wide. It's rushing 100 miles an hour, and it's like 7 feet deep. But this I've never. It's what I won't say never, but since I've been here about 12 years at this location, and I think this is. It's been at least 5 or 6 years since it's last time since it's been bone dry.
Mm.
But it's bone dry.
Yeah, I remember one year. I don't remember the year, but I remember one year up at the lake where we needed to shoot near our waterfalls because we have a dam, and the problem that year was like this year, not enough rain. The water was barely trickling over the dam, and we just couldn't do the shot because we didn't have the waterfall. So yep, it does happen, and that had to be several years ago. But you know what I'm going to tell you now. Things even out. So for how dry we are now, that's how wet we will be. And the big question is, does that come this summer or is it wait for the fall? Good question, isn't it?
It is a good question. Whenever I think of droughts and whenever I think of hurricanes and heavy rain, when I was about 4 or 5 years old, my mother, we had a pond out in front of our house, okay? My mother spent thousands of dollars back then digging it out, having the weeds removed and making it a little bit deeper. And it flowed in from a huge, huge swamp, which was just north of us. Put up a little, it had its own natural, the pond had its own natural, like, little dam, but it wasn't really a dam, but it was like step down. But she spent all this money. She bought in sand for a beach, okay? Picnic tables and everything. Like, we put lights up around and stuff like that. Had a little float in the middle of it, just like regular, A week and a half after she did that,
Oh, don't tell me.
the big hurricane hit Connecticut. The big hurricane, I forget the name of it, but it was the big hurricane that hit Connecticut. Camille? Does that sound like I think.
Camille was the one that hit Texas and then went across Virginia.
Okay, well, there was a
That was
big
in the 70s.
there was a big hurricane in Connecticut, and in the 50s, and it washed away everything.
Wow. Interesting that you're talking about that because I'm taking a look right now. I'm looking at an infrared satellite picture of the Atlantic. There are two systems in the Atlantic. I didn't hear the Hurricane Center mention them. They are both in the South Central Atlantic. The one closest to the Windward Islands is smaller but concentrated, and then the one just to the west of it, or to the east of it, excuse me, that's more concentrated. And I think either one of those systems have the potential of churning things up in the Atlantic. So we're going to be watching that. I think we were up to C. So the next one is D. I think C was Colin. So and the next one is D, whatever that is.
All right. I just remember it happening. I what devastating. It was in 1955 is when it happened, and the Naugatuck River just absolutely wiped out Winsted. And everything south of Winsted, going through Torrington, going into Naugatuck. Maybe it wasn't even a hurricane. Maybe it was just that we just got a lot of rain.
Well, according to this, it was Hurricane Diane was one of 3 hurricanes to hit North Carolina coast in 1955 season. The system began as a tropical wave and developed into a tropical depression. The track on that for Diane,
Yep, it
looks
was
like,
Diane. I'm looking at it now. Diane dropped 2
yeah,
feet of rain in northwest Connecticut.
yep, that was it. That was Diane. Yep.
Everything wound up in the Housatonic River, many miles
How
away.
how interesting is that? In that the next name this year is Danielle, another
Danielle.
D.
Another D.
Have to watch it.
All right. Well,
It's a hazy day, humid, 80 to 85, maybe a late shower or thunderstorm. Better chance of a shower or thunderstorm tonight, low 60s. Partly sunny Saturday and Sunday in the middle 80s. Partly sunny, more humid, low 90s on Monday. And have a nice weekend. Be safe. And I'll let you know how movie night goes tomorrow night.
that's right. It's movie night at the lake, and you still only have one person?
One person from the lake plus the cast, which contributes to about 11 altogether.
All right. Any update on your toilet up there?
No update on that. He's resubmitting the plans. We're sitting by waiting.
Well, have a good, relaxing weekend.
You do the same. I'll see you Monday, Mark.
All right, Pat. Take care.
Bye-bye.
I'm Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.